Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for March 11th of 2025 is titled NGC 1672 Barred Spiral Galaxy from Hubble. So what do we see here? Well, here we see an example of what is known as a barred spiral galaxy. And those differentiate themselves from normal spiral galaxies by having a bar through their center. Now, in reality, the barred galaxies are actually much more common, representing about 2/3 of the spiral galaxies. So while we call them barred spirals and ordinary spirals or normal spirals, really it is the barred spirals that are the most common and the ordinary spirals that are more unusual. In this case, our Milky Way galaxy also has a bar and is classified as a barred spiral galaxy. Now here we can see a little more prominent one because it's very hard to see the spiral structure within our own galaxy because we are stuck within it. So we do not get to see the spiral structure because we can't look at it from outside. In this case, yes, we can look at these other galaxies, and this one happens to be tilted almost face on to us, allowing us to see the distinctive spiral arms and bar going through the center. Within the spiral arms, we see a lot of the blue color from young star clusters which have recently formed, as well as the glowing red of hydrogen gas from large hydrogen regions that are also left over from star formation. So all of that tells us about the star formation going on within the spiral arms of a galaxy like this. Now, a good question could be why some galaxies have bars and others don't. And it's really not something we can explain exactly. Why do these galaxies form bars and other galaxies do not form bars at all? But what we can look at is now study how the bar affects star formation in those central regions and try to learn a little bit more about whether having a bar towards the center there will actually enhance or depress the star formation rates. We can certainly see lots of star formation in the outer regions. There's generally less when you get to the inner regions because you will get more older stars, and you can see the coloration changing there. But studies to see how the bar affects that are something that is currently ongoing. Now, within the center of the galaxy would be a supermassive black hole, much like at the center of our galaxy, which has a black hole about 4 million times the mass of our sun. And that gives it, in this case, an active nucleus. And that occurs when material is being funneled into the black hole, and it heats up to very high temperatures and starts giving off a lot of energy. So the central part of a galaxy can be some of the brightest things we see in the universe. And in fact, very distant galaxies where the central black hole is being constantly fed, we sometimes call these quasars, because all we can see is the central bright blob of it. The rest of the galaxy is much harder to see, being so much fainter at these tremendous distances. But the amount of energy being poured into that black hole, and then the amount of energy it is allowed to release, is something that we can then see across many, even 10 billion light years or more of space, which is the distance to some of the more distant quasars. Here we're looking at something much closer. So this is very close to Earth, galaxy speaking, only about 60 million light years away, only a tiny fraction of the many billion you need to get to the edge of the universe. So that was our picture of the day for March 11th of 2025. It was titled NGC 1672 Barred Spiral Galaxy from Hubble. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be Comet versus Galaxy. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.